Welcome to the NBA Pub Hub, Pub Sports Radio, Monday, February 13th. Ian Cameron, Skee Profit, Dutch, and Wham. We are with you, ready to break down the Monday NBA card. Hope you survived your Super Bowl Sunday, and it was a very entertaining football game. Congrats to the Chiefs for getting the job done, their second Super Bowl for Patrick Mahomes and company. The end of an football season, but there's plenty of NBA season left. Lots to go. Of course, the All-Star break is coming up this week, by the way, worth pointing that out. So we're going to have some time off here on the show, I believe. Friday, we won't have a show this week, by the way, for the NBA Pub Up because there's no game. But we'll be here every other day this week, breaking down the games as usual. So with that in mind, let's get to it. We'll start with Atlanta and Charlotte in a big Monday slate. We've got Atlanta. 5.5 6-point road favorites here. 241 is the total in this game. As far as the situation goes for Charlotte, it looks like they've still got Martin and Oubre out. On the Atlanta side, John Collins and Bogdanovich are listed as game time decisions for them going into this matchup. The Atlanta Hawks, one game above 500, but they have played two pretty good games in a row. They beat Phoenix and San Antonio at home. Can they go on the road and get the job done is the question. You would think they should be able to here against Charlotte. It's been a pretty rough ride for the Hornets, 7 straight losses, only covering 1 point spread during that time. Certainly, I think you're going to see probably some points in this game, but man, it's high at 241. I was interested in the over, but boy, you're not getting a bargain. Money's come in on Atlanta. I don't love the idea of laying 6 with Atlanta, but I certainly don't want any part of Charlotte. So if you had to bet this game, which I don't, I'd lean Atlanta, but I'm not going to get involved here. Skee, anything you like here at Hawks and Hornets?
Yeah, Hornets not playing good basketball. They've, 3 games in a row they got blown out by double digits. I don't want to be backing a team that looks like that versus an Atlanta team who is coming off a double-digit win, if I'm not mistaken. So I like the Hawks side here. They've been playing better lately on the road as long as they're not playing super good competition. So I think they can get the job done here by more than 6 points.
All right, like in Atlanta here. It's got to be Atlanta or pass. At least for me it is. What do you think here, Dutch? Atlanta, Charlotte?
Yeah, man, real quick. Salute to the ladies, gents, and D-gents for tuning in. You already know it's all love. Hey, be sure to hit that motherfucking like button like I'm in this playing a layer cake. Get you right where you need to be. It's only right. I mean, it's a Medicaid Monday. We're fully loaded. We got the full OG panel. Let's run it up. Nets bets. I see you. Hey, yo, D in the motherfucking building. Good to see everybody. Let's run up them likes. Share the motherfucking video if you would as well. I like this game. I like this game an awful lot, actually. I like Atlanta here to get to, bounce back after getting it. They lost in Atlanta to Charlotte January 21st. They're 7.5-point dogs. Charlotte wins outright in Atlanta. Now I think, Atlanta has, been playing better basketball against a number of late. They are 5-2 against a number of last 7, covered 6 out of last 9 basketball games on the road. So we think of, not to back Atlanta on the road. Well, if we back them 6 out of the last 9 motherfucking times, we win it. So I'm going to do it here. I like them really just to smack these boys around trifecta spot, but I'm going to do full game here because I think they are the better team. JC, you don't have to really play if you don't want to. I don't give a fuck. Would like to have Bogdanovich out there. But Trey, man, he just coming off 17 dimes. I think our boy Ski had touched on it last time he was on the show. I mean, he's sharing it. He's sharing the rock. I mean, 17 motherfucking dimes followed by 24 points with it combined. So, I mean, I think if he's going to share the ball like that, there's a lot of talent on this team. They should run these boys who really, Charlotte's just a complete fucking B squad. Like they can't score and they can't stop motherfuckers from scoring. They're putrid from 3-point line, putrid from the field, and yet they're total opposite when it comes to the defensive end. When it comes to that, they let everybody get the fuck off. So I like Young, I like Murray and these boys to really get in. I like them, and Charlotte's been a fade. They've lost 7 straight, haven't covered in 6 straight, and I believe haven't covered in 7 out of the last 9 basketball games at the crib. Atlanta -5, I got it in at -120. Is good money. 6, 7. They're gonna blow these boys out the gym. The Hornets have lost the last 5 games by average of 10 points or more as well. So I really like Atlanta here full game.
All right, with confidence, Dutch laying the points here with Atlanta. All right, Wham.
I'm right there with you, Dutch. I think that Atlanta is the spot here, bro. And obviously I didn't get to do a test. Y'all can hear me correctly, right?
You're good.
Everybody hear me?
You're
All right,
great.
perfect, cool. So yeah, I think that it's their time. And if you look at the season, the series matchup since 2021, I want to say November 20th, 2021, they've been alternating wins and covers. Both teams been winning and covering, alternating the last few times. So obviously the last time they played, Hornets won and covered. So it's obviously the Hawks' turn to do the same today. So I'm right there with you, Dutch, on that. Along with, I think they have Sadiq Bey. They get a little reinforcement on the wing side to be active today. So having Sadiq Bey in there is going to help them out a little bit on the defensive side. And I like how you mentioned the road splits, but that's the first thing I think of, taking these motherfuckers on the road. They ain't laying a number. Hell no, I'm not taking the Hawks. But in this circumstance, against a team that I already bet the season win total under 36.5, looking like we're going to get to the window with that, I think that this Hornets team is garbage. Victor Wembanyama is what they're saying at the end of every break after the timeout. I think that these teams suck. So I'm right there with you, Dutch. I haven't locked this in official, but after hearing your confidence here, bro, I think I'm right here with you, bro. I think the 6 is cool, even though the line moved towards the Hawks here. I like the 6 here with the Hawks here. So I'm right there with you, bro.
I noticed with Charlotte really being bad lately, we haven't heard our guy that calls the games for them on television, Eric Collins, doing any hum-diddly-dee. He hasn't done any of that lately. They're not playing well. That's why at the moment. They're absolutely awful, right? Speaking of awful, poor Wham with the reception without the phone from his hotel. And I'm seeing that TV in the background there. That reception looks like it's not working properly. So what the hell's going on here? Let's get our guy upgraded here, Wham. He deserves better than this shitty Wi-Fi and a television that doesn't work. Come on.
Hey, the Wi-Fi week is fucking here. I done upgraded, paid the extra $25. The shit is not worth it. And then I just upgraded to the suite, so the TV works in the room where the kids are at. This is the suite, bro. So there's another room in here. The TV is good in where the kids at. And here I gotta call them, bro. I just got in this bitch, so you know what I mean? I'm over here trying to drink, bro. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm on.
Yeah, man.
You see what
I'd be drinking too if I fucking reserved a suite and the Wi-Fi sucks and the TV ain't working.
You know what I'm on, bro. You know the vibes. You know the vibes.
All right, awesome stuff. All right, we got San Antonio, Cleveland now. Cleveland 15-point home favorites, 224.5 the total. I mean, my gosh. I mean, they just cannot attract very much San Antonio money these days. I mean, nobody wants to back this team, and how can you blame anybody? I mean, they're that bad. They've lost 10 in a row. They failed to cover in 10 in a row. I mean, they're just trying to jack up the point spread so they can entice somebody to bet this putrid, horrendous San Antonio Spurs basketball team, but nobody wants to right now. The question is, do you want to lay this many with Cleveland? You've got a team that's failed to cover in 10 straight, and you got a team that has covered in 6 straight and won 6 straight, the Cleveland Cavaliers. So it's probably got to be Cleveland or nothing. I don't know. 15's a lot, but there's no way I'm putting a dime on San Antonio right now. So I'm off the game. Skee, anything here? Spurs, Cavs?
Yeah, I like the Spurs team total under. They're the worst offensive rated team in the last 5 games, and Cleveland is the number 1 defensive rated team. They've held opponents. They're 8-3-1 as far as their last 12 games, holding opponents under this 105 number. And it just matches up too well. You look at what they've been allowing the last 2 weeks. It's not even 100 points per game. It's 98.3. And if you look at just at home, 96.8. So I think the Spurs struggle to touch 100, and I'll be on their team total under 105.
It's not just that they stink right now. It's look who's out as well. They're a very depleted team right now. Vassal's out, Langford's out, Trey Jones out, Kim Birch out, Doug McDermott, game time decision. The one guy that's been lighting it up lately, that's the one thing I might bet on a San Antonio perspective tonight is Sokan with points, because he's been very good with that lately, but he may not. Actually, you know what? He is available. He's been upgraded to probable. So
finally,
if there's going to be anything that you're going to bet with San Antonio, bet his points, because I'm just looking at the numbers. Sokan has gone over his point total in 8 of the last 10 games for the San Antonio Spurs. So keep that in mind.
And,
Dutch,
he didn't play those last 2 games. So that's the only reason why he didn't go over those. And the game that he didn't go over, he got injured in the game. So he's going to go over today. I agree with you, Boban. I'm sorry, bro.
There you go. There we go. I think we know what Wham's going to be on when he talks about this game in a sec. Dutch, what do you think?
Yeah, man. Shout out to our guy, Star Child, Mally Mal in the motherfucking building. Mean Green Picks. Good to see you as well. Bo Jackson, good to see my man in the building as well. He's like in Cleveland. And Kong's Clips, a new name in the chat. Appreciate you liking Cleveland. Wire to wire here. This is good money. I dig it. I do not like this basketball game, so back with this money.
All right. Yeah.
All right, Wham.
Yeah, I'm right there with you though with the Jeremy Sochan prop. I think he's going to just continue to be one of those focal points for them on the offensive side. They're trying to develop him. So as they're developing him, he's going to continue to get putbacks, continue to have offensive ran through him. He hasn't been able to play recently, so that's the reason why he hasn't went over the last few games. But I think that is a good play and something I haven't locked in yet, but that's the only way I'm looking on the San Antonio Spurs side. Like you said, it's just, they are the most tanking team. They are the most tanking team so far as we've seen. We thought it was going to be Utah, but it's obviously the Spurs. Don't get me wrong. They do have good players like Keldon Johnson and those guys, but like you mentioned, Babano, they got a series of guys being out for this game. I can only think the Cavs here, but it's being at a premium. I don't want to trust the Cavs to be able to cover this big spread here. So no props for me either on the Cavs spot because I can see them being a blowout. So if I'm taking anything, I'm going to think of the guy that's going to be developing, Jeremy Sochan. Other than that, this is a backwood just like my boy Dutch.
There you go. All right. We got, by the way, with the Cleveland Cavaliers, there's a prop that's good here. Zach Collins is going to be the starting five, the center for the Spurs tonight. You can tell the guy that he's matched up against is Jared Allen. Jared Allen's gone over his point total in 5 straight games. He's been a points and rebounds machine, a points, rebounds, and assist machine. All his props lately have been going over for Jared Allen, and he's got a great matchup tonight too against Zach Collins. So Jared Allen props, over points and rebounds, and assists all make sense to me for this one. And you're going to start getting more prop analysis from me moving forward because now with football over, I've got a little more time to dig into the props, which I like, which is at this time of year. So we got a little bit more prop knowledge now moving forward. All right, next up, we've got, did we give Skee his flowers on that NFL prop? That prop cashed in the first drive of the Super Bowl. Yeah, the under 1.5, I think.
Fire.
Was that the shortest touchdown? Yeah. Very
fire.
Good. Yeah.
It's been like every year so far, right? Skee, you've been doing it like the last 3 years?
Yep.
Yeah, you get that. You get them down there every time. I'm gonna keep riding with it. You'll hear it again next
the party
year.
guy came on last week and acted a fool, with me and Daryl. But he did give us some loveliness, a beautiful motherfucking thing, and he beat the juice like crazy too. So I gave him some shit about it, but it was lovely, man. Lovely, good shit.
Appreciate well done. Congrats. Great call there. Utah, Indiana. We've got Indiana. Well, actually, pretty much a pick 'em. Actually, Indiana was favored. Now Utah is a slight road favorite here. 238 is the total in this game. For the Pacers, of course, we've got some key injuries to monitor. Tyrese Halliburton is questionable with a bruised left thigh injury that he suffered over the weekend. So it's not a long-term injury. It's just day-to-day. He might miss tonight. TJ McConnell will slide into his spot if Ty Halliburton doesn't go. Miles Turner questionable with a lower body injury as well, so keep an eye on that. I like the over here, and I agree with the move up. I think there's going to be a lot of points here. We know both teams don't mind pushing the ball, Utah especially. I think there's definitely a reason to believe this is going to be a high-scoring basketball game. I think that's probably the best way to go. You could make a case for Utah because with Ty Halliburton out if he doesn't go, and Indiana has lost 4 straight. But I don't know about Utah on the road necessarily overall. And just in general, they've lost 4 of their last 5, only 4-6 in their last 10 games. I would rather just stay off the side and just look to points being scored in this game, which I'm pretty confident we'll see. 4 straight overs, by the way, for Utah. So I like over 238. Skee, what do you think here, Jazz, Pacers?
Yeah, no need to repeat everything you're saying. I think Utah's an over team. Neither team is really playing defense. I'm a roll with points in this one. Points. There
you go. Dutch, what do you think?
Yeah, man. Shit, I forgot who said that comment, but yeah, you wear anything you wear, bro. You got, you rock it, make it look fresh, bro. Nautica, it's old school. I fuck with it. It is what it is. Yeah. Shout out to E in the chat. This is another backwood for me, though, man. Backwood, this motherfucker.
All right. Yeah.
All right, Wham.
Yeah, I'm right there with you guys with the over, man. I think that the Pacers obviously going to show that they're going to push the pace, and the Jazz they don't have their better defenders anymore, especially now that Jared Vanderbilt and a few of their other defenders on that side is gone. So Mike Conley, not known for being a great defender, but him being lost there, they only got worse. So I think that the Jazz are definitely going to continue to trend towards the over, along with we know the Pacers. So I'm right there with you guys. Another bet that I haven't bet here yet, but I'm thinking that over 238 is a play that you guys are talking me on. So I agree with you guys there.
Yeah, I'm just seeing that lately for if you're interested in a prop in this game. And again, might be a good game for props with the offensive potential we're expecting in this game. Markkanen just continues to be great. Don't sleep, though, for Indiana on Buddy Hield. He's been lighting it up lately, shooting well from the perimeter. The three-point makes prop has been really a hot commodity lately for Buddy Hield for the Pacers. So keep that in mind for this game. All right, next up, we've got Houston and Philadelphia. Sixers, 13-point home favorites, 226.5 the total in this one. KPJ still out for the Houston Rockets side going into this game. Looks like Joel Embiid will play. I mean, he's played through this lingering foot soreness problem he's had. He's played every game. I expect him to probably be out there tonight as well. Against the Rockets. The Rockets are one of those teams. They're sneaky covering machine lately, 5-2 at the last 7 games against the spread. 2-point loss to Sacramento, 2-point loss on the road against Miami on Friday. I think we have to give Skee credit. I think he was mentioned maybe a look toward Houston with that game against Miami on Friday night. They got the job done, lost by 2. Philadelphia, on the other hand, they're off back-to-back wins. They came back to beat the Knicks. They started off slow in that game, but they had a huge fourth quarter to come back and take down the Knicks by 11. They beat Brooklyn 101-98 on Saturday night. We'll see how they fare here in this one. You look at it, it's a huge, huge number. Houston's been sneaky covering. I mean, I'd certainly take the points with Houston before I lay this many with Philadelphia. In fact, I just might. What do you think here, Skee? Rockets and Sixers?
Well, first, I have a system that's active on that game, and pretty much it's just saying that the amount of points that the home team is scoring or averages at home versus the amount of points that the other team is allowing on the road is way higher than the total that we're looking at for today. So why is it so low? And I just think that, Rockets, ever since the coach was over there crying, they started trying to play a little bit better defense. So they're not giving up 150, 140 anymore. They gave up 97 versus the Heat. So if they can keep that up, combined with the pace that Philly likes to play, or at least has been playing lately, which is the slowest pace in the league, I think this game can stay under the 226.5. So that's the way I played it.
All right, there we go. And that's true. He was Steven Silas was none too pleased about the defense a few games ago, and he let his team have it with a verbal tongue lashing of this team and their lack of defense. And they've been a little bit more, at least a few unders since then, and the under is where Skee's going in this one. By the way, Steven looks just a dead ringer in the face for him of his father, Paul Silas, who was a longtime coach. I mean, you can tell that's his kid. What do you think here, Dutch? Rockets and Sixers?
Yeah, man. Shout out to our guy Saturated, saying with some good shit. The Phillies only covered this number, this big of a number once in the last 20 games. Fuck you, pay me. Hey, new name in the chat. I dig it. Markel, I see you, man. Another backwood for me though. Backwood is.
All right. Yeah.
All right, Wham, Rockets, Sixers.
Yeah, man, as I'm rolling up this presidential OG, bro, I'm thinking, man, we got to go back to the well, bro. We won last time. And I was trying to be low key with it, man. Y'all know this boy been going under every 3-point make, every left and right. Y'all know who I'm going here. I'm going back to Jabari Smith, bro. Eric Gordon gone. When Eric Gordon's gone, he's hit 7 out of the last 8-9 times now after the last game. Now, the 1.5 at plus 102 is what I got it at. I think right now you're getting a little bit at plus 105. Then I also took the 2.5 at plus 280. I think Jabari's back at it, man. I think Jabari go back to the well with the 3-point props with him. Confidence is always going to be there. So we know that. It's just the fact that can he make the shots? We know that they're going to allow him to shoot it. Can he make the shot? So it's not a great matchup for it. Let's just be honest here, but let's go ahead. What my boy Slow Jam said, he said, watch out for my uncle. That's my godfather, bro. That's my godfather. Scott Foster is with us, man. So I agree with you, Babano. I think the Rockets are definitely a spot. here as well. Skee talked about their defense, how they're trying to change it up there. The boy was definitely crying at the podium, talking about them playing defense. But I mean, getting Eric Gordon out the lineup, I'm not gonna say he was a bad vet for them or anything, but he wasn't helping the kids. He ain't helping the kids, bro. And I know Jabari did put out that I think it's a story or something on Instagram about how he's been up all night because the guys is out there celebrating Philadelphia and all that shit, whatever. And he got to play Embiid today. No here, no there. We're going to go to the Jabari well today. Over 1.5 3-point makes, over 2.5 3-point makes. That's an official bet for me. Let's get back to it, man. Let's not make it famous though. So be on the low, but let's make it hot. Let's hit that today.
All right, there we go. Liking that. By the way, everything Kenyon Martin Jr. actually might be worth a look for the Rockets. This guy is really starting to points, especially the point prop. It's been really good, even points at PRA. So Kenyon Martin Jr. has picked up some slack lately for the Rockets. So his props, I think, are live tonight in this one. All right, next up, we've got the battle of the New York area, Brooklyn Nets, New York Knicks. We've got the Knicks 2.5 point home favorites, 220 the total in this one. The Brooklyn Nets are a tough team for me to bet on or against right now because, they're supposed to be a team depleted after trading away Kyrie and Kevin Durant. But at the same time, what they brought back to this basketball team, you see the way Cam Thomas has just exploded in some of these games. They're playing hard. They haven't rolled over at all. The effort's been great from Brooklyn. They're not an easy team to fade, Brooklyn, right now. They've covered 4 of the last 5. Even in the losses, the Clipper game, the Suns game, the Sixers game, they barely lost that game straight up and just fell outside the number. So, they're giving great effort every single game right now. And, Dinwiddie, Bridges, Cam Johnson now, they're all in the fold. Finney Smith, Nick Claxton expected to be the starting 5. Seth Curry is out, but they're well entrenched to be competitive here. So I don't think it's an easy game here for the Knicks. The Knicks probably should win, but man, I'm not comfortable taking them here. This has been a hard-trying Brooklyn team these last few games. You look at this matchup, it's not like the Knicks have played well against the Nets. Brooklyn are 4-1 straight up, 4-1 against the spread the last 5 head-to-head meetings. So I do lean a little to Brooklyn. I haven't bet it, but I'm looking more toward props tonight and Bridges. I can't say it enough right now for Brooklyn. And you look at these numbers that are all pointing toward him being a good prop bet tonight. He's gone over his point prop in 7 straight, PRA over in 7 straight for the going back to obviously his time in Phoenix. And definitely his props are probably a good way to go here in this one tonight. Dorian Finney-Smith's been a rebounding machine lately. His rebounds over is on a consecutive game cashing streak. So there's a few good props in this game, in my opinion. Even more than a side or a total, I lean Brooklyn, though. What do you think, Skee? Nets, Knicks?
I think the Nets, I think the Nets can get the job done here, but I like the total more. I just think if they are going to win, they're going to do it with defense.
Right.
For one, you just look at the roster. All the people over there, they're going to be strapping up. And they don't have chemistry that much on the offensive end yet. So all that, plus the pace that the Knicks play, 3rd slowest over the last 5 games, I think this one is lower scoring. So I took under 220.5.
All right, and it's moved that way, too, toward the under. Dutch, what do you think?
Yeah, man. Shout out to Miss Hound, Miss Stylish Hound. I see you. Shout out to her, Delusional Eats. Hopefully, I'll be seeing y'all soon. Shout out to our guy Sam. I am Sam Comer. I see you, my dude. Keep doing your thing. Coming off a big Sunday, I believe, on with the Chiefs as well.
Man.
Yeah, I like this game, man. I do like this game. I'm looking the other way, though. I don't really like what the fuck you two motherfuckers had to say. Too much love for Brooklyn. I think it's Nick, man. It's the Knickerbockers right here. I'm not gonna lie. I think they're gonna get them right here. They lost like about 2 weeks ago, a little over 2 weeks ago in Brooklyn. We're 2-point favorite. Right after the KD pretty much went down, expecting New York to win that game, and they got punked. We're down by 16 at halftime. I think this is a Knicks spot right here. Obviously, the Brooklyn does have a very talented roster, but it's new, man. I think one team is a basketball team and one team's a talented roster, to be quite honest with you. Roster-wise, Brooklyn got a better roster than New York right now. But I think they have a better that team chemistry, and it matters. And this game matters to fucking New York. It does. They've lost to these boys 9 fucking straight times. Not just 2.5 weeks, not just 2 weeks ago. 9 straight fucking times they lose to Brooklyn. So now they kind of get them at a spot where you kind of got to win. I mean, Knicks need to win some basketball games in the standings as well. This is a spot here where I think you're going to get the best of the New York Knicks, Julius Randle. And I think Julius Brunson will be the difference maker. I do believe he will. I think Mr. Brunson will get it done at the end. So trifecta spot I think is in order here, but I'm going to give it the full game because the Knicks, they care mostly about winning this basketball game at the end of the day. So small number, Knickerbockers full game. They will not lose 10 straight to the newly editioned Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, that is the one thing in this handicap you factor in, and then you have to keep that in mind about the series history where Brooklyn has owned New York. Not even close to the same Brooklyn team. Obviously, a lot of changes here in the last week or so, and we'll see if that changes the end result here for the Knicks. I don't think he's starting tonight, but Josh Hart here, he made his debut for the Knicks the other night. He's been going over his points and his rebounds, and that's been happening, I think, 3 or 4 in a row. So Josh Hart props for the Knicks. If you're going to look at someone on the Knicks, there's one that's been trending in terms of hitting his points and rebounds. What do you think here, Wham?
You mentioned Josh Hart. First thing I think about is small ball. Now they don't have to worry about Mitchell Robinson out there for the defensive end, so they run a little bit more small ball for the Knicks. But I agree with Dutch a little bit here because I think the Knicks are going to come out early. I think that I like them earlier rather than often. I think the team is a little bit more talented on the Brooklyn side. So it may kick in towards the second half more so than the first half. But we know the Knicks would love to be a first half team just based off of the rotation that tips those out there. And I agree with my guy, Skee. That's why I kind of interject. I kind of butt in when he said the under. I'm like, yeah, man. I think them boys has just got a lot better defensive-wise with the trade rather than they did in the offensive side. So if you're going to think anything with Brooklyn, if you like Brooklyn, you like the under. I definitely love that under out of everything here based off of what Skee said and along with what Dutch is saying here with New York. I think New York starts off playing a little bit better defense early on. So if I'm going to bet this game, which I haven't yet, but I'm thinking under full game, first half, the Knicks, because we know that they're a good team on the first half. We know that our guy Dutch did say that they have the camaraderie, they have the the chemistry already locked in early. It's just that the talent may be a little bit lackadaisical. If I'm taking any prop bets, I mean, Joe Harris, how many threes have he hit over the last few times? Is it just that KD's going and those guys going and he started making threes now? Like, he's a total fucking different player, bro. Like Joe Harris has been. So I like his 3-point prop today. Along with the under here, I think the under is probably the best bet for me if I was going to put anything. But again, I haven't bet it yet, but I think I need to hurry up and hop on that under, especially since the line moving.
All right, we have Denver and Miami next up. We've got Denver, slight road favorites now, 1.5, 219.5 the total in this one. Miami, my gosh, I mean, it's lots of question. We've got a lot of people questionable or out. Let's confirm who's out. It's the same guys that have been out for a while. It's basically Robinson and Lowry. They've been out for a while. But Tyler Hero is doubtful for the Heat tonight with the knee issue. So it doesn't look like he's going to go for them. We've got Gabe Vincent, who does look like he's going to play, upgraded to probable. Max Strus, upgraded to likely to play, probable. Bam Adebayo, game time decision, but upgraded to probable. So they look like they're all going to go. The main one, obviously, being Tyler Hero. It's not going to be good to go for the Miami Heat tonight. I kind of like Denver here. I just think Denver's a better team. I think the Western Conference as a whole, I think I like the way I'm starting to see things go for them. Now, they have their own concerns as well. A couple of guys questionable. Aaron Gordon for the Nuggets. Jamal Murray questionable with the knee issue. He's missed the last 4 games. Will he be back tonight? We'll see. But I do see why the betting markets are moving toward Denver a little bit. I think they are a team that's better and a little more upside long term, and I think they might be the healthier team tonight by indication. It's assuming we get Gordon in, which we're still waiting on, and Murray as well. But either way, Denver is the way I would go here. Skee, any thoughts here? Nuggets, Heat.
Backwood.
All right. Yeah.
All right, Dutch.
Don't give me no Bammer wheat. Don't give me no Bammer wheat. Yeah, man. Back with this motherfucker, bro. Keep it up.
All right. Yeah.
All right, keep it going here. All right, Wham.
Keep it rolling. Back with you.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, with all these questionables, it's tough. And even the props. I'm looking at the props. Anything good? There's nothing great either in the prop market for this game. Although Jokic does have good numbers lately in terms of points and assists and points and rebounds and assists. So, and obviously, if Murray and Gordon are out, that's even better for Jokic to go nuts tonight. So, Jokic props, if anything, in this game for the Denver Nuggets. All right, next up, we've got Chicago hosting Orlando. Bulls 4.5-point home favorites. 224 is the total in this game. As far as Chicago goes, of course, we know Lonzo out for the year. Alex Caruso questionable with the foot injury. The Chicago Bulls, just one of those teams that they're 26-30. They are just an enigma. They're a hard team to figure out. They're actually not playing well at the moment. 3 straight losses straight up in ATS against Memphis, Brooklyn, and Cleveland. And now they're laying points against an Orlando team that when they lose pretty competitively, you got to admit. I mean, they had a win against Philadelphia, the loss after that in the rematch against Philly. They lost by 11, but they were actually leading a good portion of that game, and Philly made a big comeback. They beat Minnesota. They beat Charlotte. They lost only by 4 against New York. They beat Denver, and then they lost a tough one in overtime on Saturday night at home against Miami, 107-103. They led most of that game. I like Orlando. I do. I mean, Chicago's not very good. They're struggling again for the millionth time this year. I don't like them laying points. I think Orlando continues to be a team that's a tough friggin' out every single night they take the court. They're fully healthy, it looks like, too. Fultz, Suggs, Wagner, Banchero, Wendell Carter expected to be their starting 5. So I like the Magic here, plus the 4.5. There's a couple 5s still out there as well, but mostly 4.5 across the board. I like Orlando. I believe in Magic. What do you think here, Skee? Orlando, Chicago.
Yeah, I bet this game under 225.5. I still would take it at the 224. Just looking at what these teams have been doing lately, last 2 weeks, they're combined 12-2 to the under, and those games are not even averaging 220 points. So you have 2 top 10 defensive rated teams the last 5 games. Both teams are good defending the 3 on the season. I think this will be a much lower scoring game. So give me under. I'll still take it. What's the current number? 220. You can get 224.5 at DraftKings if you have that, or Caesars if you're in Vegas.
Yeah, this under's been crushed. It's been hammered. 230 all the way down to 224.5. Dutch, what do you think?
Yeah, man. Shout out to our guy Ray Charles. I see you, my dude. Mr. Horton, man. Come on, man. You know, what did he say up there? I forget what he was saying, but I don't fucking load it, honestly. Oh, elated. Yeah, man. I dig that word. Elated, man. Hey, that's a shout out to Miss Hound showing some love. But yeah, this game right here, I think it's come down to rebounding, honestly. I think the Magic got a big edge in the rebounding. Going to hit the offensive boards a lot. They played 2 tough games. You know, they beat them by 19. Most recently, Chicago did in Orlando. But earlier in the season, they beat them by 1 outright. The Magic did in Chicago. So, as you mentioned, they're fully healthy, Orlando, which, you know, you haven't been able to say that too much. Chicago's kind of coming back to reality. However, they are, I believe, 5-1 ATS last 6 at the crib. Tough matchup here, though. I think this is a sharp line. I guess you'd have to look the dog. I think this could be a very close basketball game, though, at the end. What you feeling?
Paolo Banchero over rebounds in 7 straight games. If you buy into that, what do you think here, Wham?
I like that look right there, Pablo over the rebounds, man, in this game. But as far as what I'm going to focus on, it may be just the Magic, man. I think I do believe in Magic, like you were saying, Babano. I like this team a lot. I mean, obviously they got rid of Mo Bamba, but for the most part, they only have big players. They have big players, Bull, Wendell Carter Jr., and I think our guy Ray Charles likes his over in the points. I agree with you there with the over points, 14.5 points with Ray Charles there. I like the Magic here, man. And again, this is a bet that I didn't lock in yet, but I like the Magic to just come out here and just hold it down. And that's the way I'm looking here. But as far as the total, I don't know. Like I don't know about the total though, bro. I think the total can go under here. I think the Magic not known for necessarily their defense, but I think they're going to probably win it on that side of the ball rather than on the offensive side like you're normally expecting them to. So that's the only way I'm looking here as far as the Magic, but nothing I locked in officially. So I don't want to waste anybody's time, but I do like the Magic here, and I do like that Paulo rebounds mostly. Probably with the second best bet if I was to make something in here.
All right, there we go. Good stuff. We move on to New Orleans and Oklahoma City. We got the Thunder 2.5-point home favorites, 235.5 the total in this one. The Pelicans entering this game off wins in 3 of their last 4, but they dropped their last game against Cleveland on Friday night, 108-117. This Oklahoma City team, man, they've just been very good to me this year. In terms of cashing tickets. They've won 3 of their last 4. A nice 3-game road trip that started out ugly at Golden State, but they rebounded to beat the Lakers and the Blazers in those last 2 games. CJ McCollum, game time decision for the Pelicans tonight. Keep an eye on that due to injury. Still Zion Williamson out for them. And New Orleans has not been any good on the road lately. I think it's really worth pointing that out. This road record of theirs has been ugly. For the Pelicans. They've failed to cover, and they've lost 3 straight on the road, failed to cover, 1-5 ATS in the last 6 on the road. How about 8-20 against the spread on the road against teams with a winning home record? Well, guess who has a winning home record? The Oklahoma City Thunder. Give me the Thunder money line here in this one. What do you think here, Skee? Thunder hosting the Pelicans.
Both the offenses have been really good lately, and Thunder haven't really been playing much defense. Just looking at their past few games, like I just feel like they've been going over by a lot. So I don't want to overthink it. I know they're going to play up tempo, good offense, no defense. That means over the total for me.
All right, there we go. Over for Skee with Thunder Pelicans. Dutch, what do you think?
Yeah, man. Shout out to our guy LJ from H-Town. Tone Miggs in the building. I see you, my dude. Yeah, McCollum, I believe, is questionable. I believe, you need him out there. But, yeah, I mean, Thunder continue to impress, but yeah, it's another backward for me, man. Backward.
All right. Yeah.
All right, Wham.
Yeah, man, New Orleans, man, they kind of figured it out over the last few games. Obviously, they lost the last game with Cleveland, but beating Atlanta, Sacramento, and the Lakers in the last 4 games, I think they have been showing us that they really ready to come out here and hold it down. Obviously, they don't have the same players that they normally do have in a lineup. I think OKC does play up tempo though, so I think I do want to hop on this over with Skee, especially dropping 138, 133. I mean, 150 against fucking Houston. They've been going fucking crazy. I mean, that over seems like fucking money. It seems like butter, but I like New Orleans here, bro. I think New Orleans is going to win this game, and I think I'm taking the money line. I haven't locked this in yet officially here, but I think New Orleans win this game, but I'm right there with you, Skee. I think you probably are going to talk me into this over by the end of the night there, so I might be on this over with you. But I think New Orleans here. I think they're going to win this game.
Yeah, by the way, there's a good prop game too, because I agree with Skee. We'll see points. SGA over point and assists in 7 of the last 10, 8 of the last 10. Giddey as well, 7 of the last 10 over points and rebounds. If you're going to go with Pelicans props, it's Murphy and it's Ingram for them. Trey Murphy and it's Brandon Ingram for the Pelicans. They've both been trending overs with their props lately significantly. Both of them have gone over points alone in the last 4 games. So those are some props to consider for that New Orleans OKC game. Next up, we've got Minnesota and Dallas. Dallas 6.5-point home favorites, 233 the total. In this one, the Timberwolves. What a perfect record for Minnesota. It's exactly where they should be because they've had some great moments. They've had some awful moments. 30-29 is exactly where they should be. They had a great win against Golden State. They had a win against Memphis at home, and then they get blasted by Memphis on the road, and they have the blowout loss to Denver on the road. Like they just one game they're up, one game they're down. Definitely, I feel like we could see some points here. The one thing I'm looking to do with Dallas now, bet them over. Look at what we're seeing. I mean, their offense is flourishing here since the Kyrie Irving addition. We're seeing this team get up and down the court a little bit more. Obviously, Kyrie helps the offense. Doesn't make him better defensively, though. So it's not shocking that Dallas has gone over here in the 2 games here against. But now Sacramento played a big part in that too. They're going to be a team that lacks a little defensively. They play quick, but I think you're going to get that kind of game here. Minnesota's gone over the total in 3 straight. Dallas, of course, you've seen them cover 5 of the last 6. But do we want to lay 6.5 now is the question mark. I mean, a lot of those were underdogs and pick them. Now you got to lay 6.5. I don't know if I want to do that, but I do want to bet this over at 232.5. I like that. I lean slightly to Minnesota, but I like the over here. What do you think, Skee?
I don't want anything to do with this game. I'm going to go ahead and pass it to Dutch.
Yeah, this game, I feel like that. I don't give a fuck who's really on Dallas's roster. They this year you don't lay 7.5. You don't lay a touchdown with a hooker against with these boys. So but I'm not trusting Minnesota. I'm just not. We'll see how Conley works in addition, but a lot of love for Dallas here. LJ liking the over here. I think there will be points. I just think I just can't do it. I got to see a little more of it. But yeah, all year there's no way. It don't matter who's suiting up. You don't lay a touchdown with the Dallas Mavericks, and that's what we have in this situation. So if I had to bet this game, it would be Minnesota. But no, I'm not betting it.
Yeah, and by the way, we've got Gobert game time decision for the Timberwolves. Keep that in mind. And Tim Hardaway's a game time decision for Dallas. Like I say, I like the over. You're right about that. Dutch is 100% right. You can't lay these points with Dallas. You just can't in this game. It has to be Minnesota or nothing for me at this number because the track record is 6-7 point favorites or more for Dallas is horrendous this year. I can't stress that enough. What do you think here, Dutch?
Yeah, you know what? I know what you mean, bro. I know what you mean. But you know what? I think that they got a lot of more efficient with Kyrie. I think Kyrie gives them a little bit more efficiency, so we probably should be trusting them with these numbers. I think that the Dallas may be the spot here. I didn't bet this yet again, but I'm not jumping in front. I'm not taking the Timberwolves here. I think the Timberwolves are just like you said, Babano, like they should have this weak ass record. And then you got Gobert being out. Like, they fucking sold the farm, bro, for fucking Gobert. They made the market look bad. They should just get their ass shitted on every chance they get. I hope they miss the fucking playoffs. The Timberwolves weak as fuck. I hope they get their ass smacked up today by double digits, 20 fucking plus points. I think Kyrie, now that he gets to play with Luka, they go to fuck off. So I think that you do trust them today. But I'm not betting this game at all. Like, I think this is a fucking backwood for sure because I want to wait to see here. But I think they win by 20 plus points here.
All right, good stuff. How about Washington and Golden State? We got the Warriors, 4.5 point home favorites, 233.5 the total. Golden State at home laying 4.5. Golden State off a loss to the Lakers. I think it seems pretty simple. For me, it's Warriors. I mean, I think you get that. I know the Steph Curry's out. I get it, but I think they overcome that tonight. I know Washington won 2 in a row at home against Charlotte and Indiana, but big deal. They got to go on the road now, play someone a lot better. We'll see how they handle it. It's funny that they've actually played good basketball on the road lately. Washington, San Antonio, New Orleans, Houston, Dallas. They won all those games. But I think in this spot, you get the Warriors stepping up after that loss to the Lakers the other night. I think you're going to end up seeing a better performance from them. Keep in mind, they've still got, a starting 5 they can put out there of Poole, Thompson, Wiggins, Green, and Looney. That's still pretty solid. And the number's cheap enough. So I like Golden State here as a short home favorite. What do you think here, Skee? Wizards, Warriors?
Yeah, no Kuzma for the Wizards. I would lean towards Golden State here just because I know how they at least play better on. They win 75% of their games at home, and -4 to me is really just like winning a game. So I'll lean Golden State here, but it's nothing I'm going to play.
All right, just a lean for Skee toward the Warriors here at New Oracle. Dutch, how about you? Washington, Golden State.
Yeah, I was looking at this game. I was, I'm right with you from the get-go from Bono. But then they see, Wiggins was questionable, but it looks like he's going to go tonight. But they do play LA tomorrow, so they're just going to look to get it tonight. They got to travel to LA and play the Clippers tomorrow. And then you look at the Wizards, they got to go to P-Town tomorrow. So Kuzma is a lot to that team, honestly, offensively. I can only look Golden State here. I haven't pulled the trigger yet. But, yeah, it's probably a get-right spot here. For the Warriors. I don't like that they got to go to LA tomorrow, but I do like the fact that Wiggins will be out there.
All right, there we go. Good stuff indeed. And great timing for Wham to be back with us because it's his turn to talk Washington, Golden State. Wham, what do you like?
Yeah, man, I'm glad I slide back in here, man. I got a lot of shit going on right now. And honestly, you see the Laker jersey right here. So you know I'm fucking with the Lakers. You see the Lakers jersey, but you see the Kobe right here. I got the Lakers jersey in the back. But I'm not gonna lie, I don't want nothing to do with this fucking game. I think that Jordan Poole does go off. I think he goes over his point total. I don't want nothing to do with this game, though, bro. I think that the Warriors, being that they are great at home, I don't want to fade them. And then as far as the Wizards, I think they may be in better current form than the Warriors. Just as crazy as that sound, I think they may be in better current form. So I'm gonna stay away from this game at all as far as the side. If I was to do anything, I think both teams probably have issues on defending each other, maybe going over. But I'm gonna stay away from this game. This is a backwood for me.
All right. Yeah.
All right, there we go. Good stuff. All right, Lakers. And speaking of the Lakers, we wrap up the Monday card with the Lakers in P-Town. Portland against the Blazers. We've got Portland 2-point home favorites, 238 the total. It is a high total in this game between these two teams. And Portland has gone to this over-palooza lately. 4 of the last 5 have gone over. 7-3 in their last 10 have gone over. They're scoring a bunch and they're giving up just as many, if not more. That's been Portland lately. So, I kind of think this is probably a good over spot here. LeBron's out. It is worth noting for the Lakers. Anthony Davis does look like he's going to play. Mo Bamba out for the Lakers, the newly acquired Mo Bamba. On the Portland side, Winslow, Nurkic, Jeremy Grant are all out. Trendon Watford, Keon Johnson, game time decision. So we're looking at a Lillard, Simons, Reddish, Little, and Eubanks starting 5 for Portland. I still lean over the total. Nothing really on the side for me. And by the way, we got another prop, a trend or a streaker in the prop market in this game. Anthony Simons over assists in 5 straight games for the Portland Trailblazers. So if you believe in that, 5 straight over assists have cashed for Anthony Simons for Portland here. Skee, what do you think here? Lakers, Blazers.
I like the Lakers. The Blazers play tomorrow, and what you were talking about with the Blazers going over, it's because they ain't playing no damn defense. I mean, the last 2 weeks they allowed people like 125 points per game, 124 points per game. I mean, that's not a team that I want in my pocket as far as betting on them. The Lakers, I like everything they did at the trade deadline. They look really good on the court together in the last game. And I don't care if LeBron's playing or not. I had already bet him early this morning. I'll bet him again right now. I just think that it's a team that's hungry and a team that's better than the Blazers as currently constructed. I mean, who's playing fucking center for Portland tonight? No Nurkic. That's why they can't play.
Drew
no defense.
Eubanks.
They got nobody to stop nobody in the paint. So going up against AD, he should eat. And Lakers should get it done tonight.
Yeah.
Hey, before that's going,
that's a huge mismatch. Huge in the center position. Huge.
Let me go before it does. I see Dan Kelly in the chat. If Ram and Skee are on the Lakers, he fading. Well, go ahead and fade them, big dog. We love you, bro. We love you. We love you. But we gonna win today, bro. I'm telling you. I know that LeBron is out. I got in on it before LeBron. I thought he was gonna play, but maybe he wants these guys to play a little bit more better. We are on the fucking Lakers. Best bet today. No fucking way they're going to lose to this weak-ass Portland team when they have the number 2 points in the paint and they're giving up so many points in the paint without their best center. Nurkic is going down. I know Eubanks is out there, and he actually probably plays a little bit better defense. Go ahead, Dan. I love you, bro. I'm just saying, go ahead and fade us if you want. The Portland Trailblazers aren't going to do it for you. Now, Dame is going to play well today. If you took the Dame props, I'm not going to be mad at you on that regard. But don't be confused, bro. D-Lo is going off. And actually, the best distributor for us has been Dennis Schroeder. Like, Dennis Schroeder's been actually distributing the ball. It seems like he's a little bit more of like a Russell Westbrook, like antagonist almost, because he played with him in OKC and he played with him in Lakers. So he feels like he's a little bit better than him, and he's always ahead of him in the depth chart as far as Russell Westbrook is always ahead of him. So I think he's going to continue to show that he's the better player. They kept the right guy. I think Dennis Schroeder plays well. I think that D'Lo plays a better game today. And then AD finally wakes up against this weak-ass Portland team in the interior. I think that we have 70 points in the paint. Lakers win and cover. Give me the Lakers, man. Best bet today, bro. Lock it in.
There you go. Lakers with confidence, with authority, says Wham for this matchup against the Blazers. How about Dutch? Are you confident, Lakers and Blazers?
Man, I was liking the Lakers, but I don't like the Lakers without LBJ. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie to you. I like him with LBJ, but I think AD gonna get off. He missed 14 shots last. He had more missed shots than points. He had 13 points, 14 missed shots the other night, and they still win the basketball game. So he should eat tonight, as everyone mentioned. They don't really have no one down low. But I'm not going to bet on that, man. I can't bet on that, man. I just can't. So I'll see how it goes. They still got some new additions, in there. Beasley didn't even have a good addition. He come back. Vanderbilt played, I believe, like 17 minutes. They're still figuring it out. And with LBJ out, man, I'm just not trying to bet on that, to be quite honest with you. The Trailblazers, we know Dame Time and what he's capable of. So, if he gets hot, drops 45, 50, they can win in P-Town. I would not be surprised by any means. And Simons has shown that this boy can, drop, 6, 7 3-pointers in a motherfucking quarter. So he's right with him at times. Jeremy Grant with the concussion protocol, though, did have me leaning back. This is like the second time, I believe, in like 3 weeks, like the NFL with this motherfucker, because he's back in percussion, protocol. You would think that they would take it easy after this shit going with Gary, with the Peyton, the trade shit, the injury with Bass. You think they would take extra
Jeremy Grant out?
You would, he's out. That's what I'm saying. But no, you would have thought they would have did better because they're treating him like what's the boy Tyrod Taylor and shit over there.
Right.
They're doing the boys on Tyrod Taylor out there.
Like I thought for sure he's out, but they say he's questionable. So yeah, I would only look the Lakers, but I do believe the Lakers are going to be like a super heavy public bet today. Maybe now LBJ that might hold that up a little bit. My worry is everybody going to be on the Lakers, but now that he's out, maybe that saves you guys and you might get some better value with the Lakers. But yeah, man, I'm not going to the window with this basketball game. I thought most definitely I would be betting the Lakers today, but not doing it, man. I'm gonna root on my boy. You
don't want to get paid?
Bam, bam.
All right.
And every time he bets the Lakers, it's trouble, bro. I already know. So.
Is this the same Lakers?
I'm not.
Is this the same Lakers or what?
Come on,
but
bro.
There is some truth to when Skee and Wham line up on the Lakers, they put the old stank bomb on them.
Hey, Dan is saying that shit too, and I'm gonna tell y'all. It's totally fine to say that right now, but this is a totally different team. So let's be real. The narrative for the Lakers have been they're going to get hyped up and they're going to sit you down. Eventually, the tide turns. Y'all know how this shit works. It's at least 53%, 47%. We could be on the 47% side, but we're going to win the day. That's all I'm saying.
Today's the day for the tonight's the night, I should say, for the LA Lakers, according to our guys here, Skee and Wham. We wish them all the best. We wish them Godspeed if the Lakers don't win.
And the Lakers, and my bad, Bobana, but the Lakers beat them 2 straight times. This is the 4th matchup. P-Town beat them once. The Lakers beat them 2 straight times. So that was a red flag for me as well. Back at the house, we'll see though. I'm intrigued to watch this basketball game. I am. It's nice to be intrigued to watch the Lakers again.
I agree with the one point that was made. Damian's probably got to score 40 or 50 because nothing they do defensively is going to help them win this game right now, the way they're not defending at that end of the court. All right, we got to get the hell out of here because it's 5:00 Eastern. We got college basketball net profit with Connor and I coming up in a few minutes. Hit the like button. 320 live viewers. Let's go. Hit that like button. What a show we've had today. OG Monday of the NBA Pub Up. Hit that like button. Run it up. We got best bets, Dutch's freshest look coming up right after we hear from Manscaped in Southtown 101. All right, Southtown 101. When you're in San Antonio, Texas, stop in. Great food, drinks, live music, DJs, karaoke, and manscaped.com. 20% off and free shipping with promo code PubSports. All right, best bets, Dutch's freshest look. To wrap it up for a Monday, an OG Monday of the Pub Hub. Skee, what do you like for best bet?
I could think of, four really good or four defenders who's gonna make the other team work in this game, and on the other side, I don't see not one. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that money, get the Lakers plus 118, get paid.
Wow, there you go. I think we're gonna have a double dose, double shot of Laker best bets here on this Monday edition of the NBA Pub Hub. Whew. Godspeed. That's all I got to say. Godspeed to both of you. Dutch, what do you think here? Freshest look.
Yeah, man. Freshest look. Hey, we're going down Tobacco Road. And you best believe we smoking. And we smoking the motherfucking Hornet pack. Yeah, man. The motherfucking Hawks -5.5 is good money.
There you go. All right. Atlanta Hawks there laying the points against Charlotte for Dutch with the freshest look. Wham. We already know the best bet, but repeat it for the masses.
So I'm going to tell y'all, I'm on Jabari Smith Jr. over 1.5 and 2.5. But y'all know what the best bet is. We going out west. Motherfuckers, where it do it the fucking best. Lakers, man. Stop playing with us, bro. D-Lo is here. We got Malik Beasley, the best fucking shooter LeBron ever played with outside of Ray Allen. And then we got Dennis Schroeder. Come on, man. Stop playing with us, bro. Come on, bro. Lakers, money line. Money line, man. Whatever you can
run
get.
to the playoffs.
Julio kicking in.
That's what they think. The run to the play-in tournament begins tonight. Yeah, for the
everything was legit till that Michael Beasley part or Malik Beasley part.
Malik Beasley, the second best shooter since Ray Allen.
Didn't he play with Korver though?
Fuck Korver. Come on, bro. Stop playing.
This motherfucker playing.
I love Korver. I love Korver, but he did not play like he was supposed to, bro, when he played with LeBron. He didn't do that. This is the best shooter, bro. Come on, man. Lakers, bro.
Malik, man, he going out on a limb on Malik. Oh,
it's been a rarity since we've had double dose of best bets on the Lakers, but we'll see if it's a new day, a new dawning tonight for the purple and gold tonight in Portland, in Rip City. All right, best bet for me. Hey, how are we not going to take this team yet again? It seems like we take them as a best bet. They get the job done for me. Orlando +4.5 against Chicago. Going to be my best bet here for this Monday NBA card. That's a wrap. We got to go because I got the college show with Connor coming up. Net Profit. Stay tuned for that right here on Pub Sports Radio. Hit the like button on the way out. We appreciate it. For Dutch, for Wham, for Skee, I'm Ian Cameron. Have a great Monday night. Enjoy the games and good luck. And we will see you again tomorrow, Tuesday, for the Pub Hub, hosted by Dutch right here on Pub Sports Radio. Dutch, take us home.
Yeah, man. Salute to all the real ones holding us down in the chat. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share the motherfucking video. Yo, stay fresh, stay blessed. Let's stay punish motherfucking bookies. The rest, yeah, man.
Yeah.